find ourselves there in that score zone, or we get those opportunities to make sure we're finishing drives with points on the board and being able to take advantage of all of those yards.
With the offense, everyone knows your acumen as a play caller is one of the great reasons why you got this job. One of the many in the fan base, including myself, are excited for you to get the helm of the play calling back. But with the year off, what things were you able to kind of go back and look at maybe in that 24 season that you want to make sure that you implement in this year as you so that you don't have the repeat of what we saw?
24 was a unique year, and just so a lot of the factors that played out. And ultimately, it was what it was, and you learned, and you work to grow in all situations. But I'm excited about the group that we have. I think we got a great offensive staff. Tim Harris is outstanding, and helping coordinate and lead that group. And just my past and experience as a play caller, I'm very confident in what we're going to be able to do with the guys that we have, and it's going to be the ebbs and flows of a year, and making sure we're continuing to put our guys in a great position. But I'm excited for everything that's in front of us.
And then will we see a return of the great gray hoodie that had the win streak? The hoodie.
Oh, no. Well, no, I don't know. That's an equipment manager question. We'll see.
Trey has a question real quick.
What's that?
Are you still at a 13?
Oh, I still. That was back in May. It was my last round of golf. So yeah, I can't remember when I shot. I think I played 4 rounds this year, so it wasn't a whole lot of change.
You mentioned, you had the 19-game win streak. You guys, get snubbed from the playoff and all that. But then now, this summer, all the magazines, you're listed as the hot seat coach in a lot of preseason magazines. What's your reaction to that when you know how successful you were just less than 24 months ago, and now, all these lists? Doesn't mean they're accurate, but see.
I'm grateful for opportunity. That's what life is about. I mean, you're going to have wins, you're going to have losses in life, and but what you do with it. And ultimately, I don't spend a whole lot of time reading the magazines and where we're projected or all those things, because ultimately it's not going to matter. It's going to matter about what we do. And so, I've got a lot of confidence in one, who I am, the people that I get to do it with, and the opportunity that we have in front of us. And so, if we will fulfill that, then the rest of it will take care of itself. But I'm grateful for the opportunity I get and who I get to do it with.
What are your thoughts about the upcoming schedule? What kind of opportunities or uniqueness about it? And also from my son Trey, are you going to get the ball to the fullback this year?
Well, this schedule is definitely a unique one. I mean, we've got I think it's 4 non-Saturday games. We've got 2 road games. Short weeks on the road. I mean, it's some different dynamics that show up within it. But I think this is a team that's built for it. And how they're preparing, how they're training. We're going with those non-Saturday games. I mean, there is a unique spotlight that gets put on a team. Starting off on Labor Day is like I said earlier, it's a really special stage. There in Doak Campbell Stadium, playing in Week 0. I mean, all those opportunities. But it's going to be a fun path for us to live, and it's one we got to be smart with our players. Just with the length of the season and the different things of how it unfolds. But and then to the offensive question, you'll definitely be seeing some fullback belly will probably show up from time to time.
How much did it give you pause or not to kind of think, okay, do I want to call the plays again and put that back on my plate, or is that going to be too much on my plate?
Well, I mean, I think the addition of our personnel staff, we obviously having our general manager of player personnel with John Garrett joining the program, your director of player acquisition, and Taylor Edwards. Those were 2 great additions into our program that have really allowed me to be able to have a better balance of getting back into the day-to-day football space of game planning, of being able to make sure that that I'm getting to do things that really where my heart and background have been. So I'm excited about all parts of that, and definitely grateful for the addition of that personnel that we have to make sure we're doing a job at an elite level.
Coach, another ACC schedule question. I know you're not going out to the Bay Area this year, but you had to go out to Stanford last year for a night game. I mean, it was like Michigan State had one of those at USC. The game didn't end till like 2:30 a.m. Eastern time. But I remember like Bob Davey and Mike Bogle, when I go to the Mountain West states, complain about going to Hawaii and the adjustment. That's a long ride for you or any team in the East Coast to go out to the Bay Area. How tough is that in recovery from it?
No, that was probably one of the more challenging dynamics, I would say, to a road game, and you never like to learn those real life lessons, but there were probably some things I learned about even the preparation in that I would do different if that ever shows up again. So it's a unique circumstance, but it's, I guess, the new age of what we do in college football.
How are you preparing?
Tom, his background, offensive coordinator. Are you going to pick his brain somewhat?
Yeah, I think Tom, definitely brings a great deal of experience. Some things, situationally, I think will be great to be able to bounce off. And then, he also brings a unique perspective. I know he'll also work some with Tony White and be able to provide some different ways of being able to see, plans of attack or things that we might see. So definitely, grateful to be able to add Tom into the program and just be able to have a great sounding board for some of those situations and just overall thought processes.
Ohio State, he's been all over the place.
Yeah, we coached against each other. Yeah.
You feel like that running back room is you got to a point where it's going to be a pretty good plus for you this year?
No, I do, and I think we got a very talented room with Ooze, Sam Singleton, being able to Trey Wisener coming into the program. We got a young running back, Amari Thomas, that I'm really excited about from what he showed this spring. I mean, and then a couple other guys I think have a chance that could help our team in a variety of different ways. So looking forward to that group, and I think it could be a strong room.
How are you preparing for Chad Morris, a new play caller in the ACC this year at Clemson, coming off of, obviously he wasn't coaching last year, so how are you preparing for that?
Yeah, a lot of respect for Chad. We worked together years ago at Tulsa, and got a lot of connecting pieces and friendship just over the years. So I know he'll do a great job. Being back at Clemson is one of the things, that kind of full circle moments. But I know he'll do a wonderful job in preparing that group for what they're going to do.
Just talk